Avery, whose show is this? So raise your hand if you've been in Vegas and you've had a few glasses of whatever, and at some point you have some far deeper conversation with somebody or with yourself internally. It was like, man, how much does any of this matter? And I had one of those moments where it was, sitting there, and it was the 73rd conversation about the LeBron and Lakers latest chapter of drama. And I've made all the same points that I made over the course of the whole weekend. And I'm in my hotel room the next morning, and I have uh every cobweb that has ever existed just covering my eyes, and whole world looks fuzzy, and I'm sitting there in a haze, and I'm just kind of like leaning back in my chair, and I'm just like, man, how much does this fucking matter? And now it was kind of a question of my own, right? Because I'm away from my family. I love my kids. The older that I get, the harder that it is to leave my kids. This time in particular, Avery is 5, and it was really hard on her for me to I work from home. I'm with my kids all day, every day. And I guess Avery, when I talked to Jen on the phone before I boarded my flight, I guess Avery was sitting there, and she was, I guess, having a really tough time. And she eventually got over it because they went to my brother and sister-in-law's, and they spent the night there. And Avery had a really good time with her cousin. But still, it's tough to hear that my daughter is like crying for a solid half hour or so because she misses her daddy. Um, and it's tough to, I picked up Miles when I got home from this trip here today, and he felt bigger, he felt heavier, and I'm like, man, I don't like missing out on that stuff. And so it's like this combination of everything, and you're hungover, and you're looking at Vegas, in the light of day, and it looks very different in the light of day than it does at night. And I'm just sitting, it's like, how much does, like, why are we doing this LeBron thing again? What are we doing here? What am I doing here? And and my like that's kind of where I landed on in terms of this latest chapter of drama here with the Lakers. Why does it matter on July 15th that LeBron is frustrated that the Lakers haven't gone all in yet on improving this roster? Like, they have a whole rest of the offseason to address some of this stuff. Why does it matter that LeBron is frustrated that they let Dorian Finney-Smith walk when Dorian walking led to an improvement on this roster? DeAndre Ayton and Jake LaRavia combined, especially on a team that didn't have a starting center before, are going to be more impactful than Dorian Finney-Smith was going to be next year. So it's like, how much does that actually matter? And I kind of arrived at like, yeah, I have something coming out probably tomorrow about the LeBron and Lakers thing, and this waiting game that they're both playing with, against each other or with each other. But even there, even after writing that on my notepad on my phone on the way home, because Southwest Wi-Fi sucks. Hope you're not a sponsor. Um, Even after I wrote it, I just sat there and I was like looking at my ginger ale and saying, does this matter? Or are we just feeding an industry that has been reliant upon LeBron James rumors for 20 something years now? And I think where I kind of land on is, it just depends on your perspective on this. If you think it matters, every single thing that comes out is going to fit your worldview on this. And if you think it matters, and if you think all of this noise matters, and if you think all of this drama is going to end in LeBron eventually asking out, then you're going to look at everything through that worldview. If you're the kind of person who, like, I was listening to LFR, and I think Pete is extremely dismissive of all of this stuff. And it doesn't matter what new bit of reporting comes out, because if it goes against his worldview or his view on this topic, then he's going to dismiss it. The funny thing about this LeBron shit is, because of how subliminal he's been over his entire career, both sides of this equation think the other side is being intentionally obtuse. Here's an example. So I'm literally boarding my flight this morning. I'm exhausted. I think I got a combined like 12 hours of sleep over the weekend. And I sent out this tweet after seeing LeBron retweet Shams' report about Kobe Altman. So LeBron's tweet was, where is it? All right. So Shams tweets out that Kobe Altman, the architect of the burgeoning title contender, has signed a contract extension through 29 and 30. Cavs front office, including Mike Yancey and Brandon Weems, received extensions amid the rise to the number one seed in the East. So I saw, and again, I'm boarding my flight, like literally on that stupid tramway, which was baking in the Vegas heat. I see that tweet and I just kind of chuckle at it because of all the other stuff that LeBron has been up to this summer, because of all that I know about how kind of annoyed he is with yet another summer of being told, yeah, but just wait. I see that tweet from LeBron and I retweet it and I send out the tweet. LeBron tweeting congratulations to the Cavs GM is just too perfect. LOL. So while I was in the air, because I didn't pay for Wi-Fi, that tweet, I wouldn't say it blows up, but people certainly had their responses to it, right? Me saying that it was, me chuckling at LeBron tweeting congratulations to the Cavs front office. And people, again, it all just kind of everything is going to confirm your worldview here. So if you are of the mindset that LeBron is doing yet another thing to passive aggressively apply pressure to the front office, to the Lakers front office, by congratulating the Cavs front office, then you're going to hit like on that tweet and go on about your day. If you're of the mindset of, no, everybody always blows this shit out of proportion with LeBron, can we stop all of this nonsense? Then you're going to reply to me and say, actually, he was congratulating his lifelong friend. And I hate that we do this all the time. And the two sides, I saw it in my mentions, the two sides of that conversation consider the other side intentionally obtuse. And at the end of the day, the lesson that I took from it was, none of this fucking matters. Like, the lesson that I took from all of it was like, if you think it matters, it mattered. If you didn't think it mattered, it didn't matter. And if you thought it mattered and you saw somebody else say that they don't think it mattered, then you're going to call that person an idiot for saying that it does or does not matter, whatever it is. And I think at the, from the standpoint of, as Lakers fans, what we should be rooting for, it's pretty clear that the Lakers would be better with LeBron James on their roster next year. And for what, like, LeBron is rooting for, he agrees we should agree with LeBron. LeBron wants the team to look better next season while he has this opportunity with him and Luka. I agree. And everybody is just so steadfast in their positions on either side of this. If you're a Kobe guy and you don't like LeBron, you're going to say, fuck LeBron. And I'm done with all of this shit. Go off to Cleveland if you want. And if you're a LeBron guy who like reluctantly rooted for the Lakers because your guy went to the Lakers and you probably didn't feel all that great about Kobe back in the day or the Lakers organization in general, like this has been another funny thing that I've noticed with Luka fans. It's like Luka fans probably hate the Lakers. Like, and yet they now kind of reluctantly have to root for the Lakers. And you have this awkward two-step that Lakers fans and former Mavericks fans or current Mavericks fans or Luka fans are doing together. And you have that same kind of awkward dance between Lakers fans and LeBron fans over the last, 7, 8 years or so, and how sick both parties are of each other there. And where it leads to is an entire conversation where nobody wants to hear anything that contradicts their worldview. And anybody who does contradict their worldview, they're idiots and they're morons and they're this and they're that. And I don't know. I muted that tweet. So if you're replying to it still, apologies.